this is another one of those moments where it's like, where were you when NHL came to Utah?
You're listening to the UTalk Hockey Podcast with your hosts Champ and Denz.
What's up, UTalk Hockey?
What up, Hockey Nation?
Getting that liquid death going.
Dude, you guys got to try this. The mango chainsaw. Sparkling water. Got just a hint of mango. Man, these are my drinks as we're doing the podcast.
See, here's the thing. Drinking out of a can when it's just water, I feel like I can taste the metal.
Dude. No. Come on.
All right, guys. We are 48 days out.
Oh, my gosh.
From puck drop. Well, from official puck drop on October 8th. Couple preseason
Yeah,
games
regular season.
Yeah.
Regular season.
48 days. That is right around the corner.
Oh, I can feel it. It's so exciting.
So exciting.
It's like I can taste the metal in the can. No, I'm just kidding. It is. It's super exciting.
So, speaking of taste, when it's been really, really foggy on the ice when we get out and play.
Oh, gosh.
I feel like you can taste the ice chemical or whatever it is. Like you can just, you're breathing that in. Anyways. Speaking of Peaks Ice Arena, I was just there the other night for Renly's very first class.
How did it go?
And it was super funny. So, she's obviously in, they call it Snowplow 1.
Snowplow 1?
Yeah.
Because literally they're just on the ground plowing the snow they just made?
There's 5 kids in her class. All of them are like 3 years old. And they literally just throw them right in. They're like, all right, we're going to make sure they fall a bunch. We're going to teach them how to fall on their bums and to get back up and to hold on the wall and stomp. That's literally the class. Anyways,
I could teach that.
It was so funny watching these, 3-year-olds, and most of them froze instantly getting on the ice. Just
what do I do?
What do I do? And then they dragged them over, put their hands on the wall. They just didn't move. They all just stood and looked out the glass. And the coach, Darcy, she was awesome. So man. Patient. Just okay, guys, stomp your feet. And then she pull them off the wall and let them go. Fall down, which they would.
Yeah.
And it's
just like swimming lessons. The best way to learn is just
throw in. Anyways, super fun.
Nice.
But
what do we got? What do we got on the episode?
Yeah, we got some off the post things, some things that we want to cover. So let's just jump right in.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, well, first thing, we actually forgot to mention it last week. It was already established, a week and a half ago. But they actually created an inaugural season logo, which I'll drop in the video of this. But we'll kind of jump on this. Yeah, there you go. You kind of see it, center ice. That center ice is actually at
the Olympic
Oval.
Looks super cool.
By the way, if you haven't heard of it, there's something called LiveBarn. I saw the sign at Peaks Ice Arena, and I actually subscribed to it because I just wanted to see what it was. It's $23 a month or whatever. But you have access to a bunch of different arena cameras.
Including
the Olympic Oval.
Which means...
So I literally went in, and you can see the full ice, and you can log in anytime and just see what's going on as long as the camera's sensing motion. So if you want to watch the Utah Hockey Club practicing on their practice rink,
if you
knew their practice schedule,
if I were to be hired by a different organization, could I use LiveBarn to look it up?
Anyone could. Oh, you mean competition?
Yeah.
Okay, so there is a way that they can lock sessions, so you have to have a passcode.
I see.
It's, which is going to be really, I wasn't really interested in really subscribing. I just was curious to watch them practice. But come to think of that, that's a legitimate
concern. Curiosity kills the cat.
So I may just cancel it if it's just going to be locked down and I can't watch it.
But the other reason you wanted to see it is because it even does Peaks Ice Arena, which is where we play.
Yeah, and I would love to watch my footage back and be like, wow, I suck.
Well, hold on. Does LiveBarn give you previous recordings, or is it
up to 30 days?
Okay.
And you can download highlight reels, and
that's valuable.
Yeah, maybe I'll keep it for our team.
Because
as long as ours isn't locked.
Even though we're, rookies now moving up to the D League, it's like
progression. Yeah,
you got to check the film. But even our wives who can't make it to all the games at 11 p.m. at night, they can watch us, skating on Peaks Ice Arena. Dude, the video, okay, Caden Denz. We still don't get the names right. Denz over here went to adult stick time at Peaks, and the humidity is so bad in there.
I should drop the video.
Yeah, you should, dude. It's creating like bubbles and crap on the ice.
Yeah, so what happened? This was nuts. And so it was the very morning. No, it wasn't. I was going to say that I took Renly. What happened? So in Peaks Ice Arena, the whole rafter and roof is just all the framings up there, right? So it's in this massive grid pattern. And it literally had so much condensation through, I'm assuming, the weekend, that it would just drip from the rafters, and the rafters are a little rusty.
Just so weird.
And the rust colored water would drip down on the ice, and it formed this like lip like that big, and some piles.
Dude, some of them looked like hail.
The drips, the blocks were like that big. The drips would come down, and it would just keep freezing, and the entire ice was like 4 feet by 4 feet grids, and
it's just so weird.
They didn't Zamboni the ice or anything. They're just like, oh yeah, stick time, just skate it. It was like the worst pond hockey I have ever played.
Yeah.
In the end, you couldn't skate it, so I just worked on shooting.
Shot.
I should have just said, can I get my $6 back?
Can I get my $6 back? This is the worst ice in the world.
Anyways, it was funny.
But that's pretty cool. LiveBarn, I think it's cool that you could potentially see what's going on in the Olympic Oval, going on in Peaks Ice Arena.
I just went to, it was like Wasatch County Ice or something, and I was like, hey, there's a game going. It was some beer league team playing, and I was like,
boy, they look great out there.
And I was just like,
that's how we look.
I was like, actually, they were better than we were.
Oh, crap.
They must have been a scrimmage or something. They weren't like all matching jerseys or anything.
Yeah.
So maybe it wasn't a game. Anyways, livebarn.com. Go check it out. We should have done like an affiliate thing.
Yeah, geez, affiliate sponsorship. That sounded like a shout out. LiveBarn, you're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. Anyways,
we always do this. Liquid Death.
Yeah.
Now, if we got sponsored by Liquid Death,
are they Utah based?
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I think we talked about this last time I had a Liquid Death. I don't know if they're Utah based. Stop asking me questions. Let's just get to the next point.
Bucked Up is.
I know. Hey,
we did.
They have
it wasn't
an
Bucked Up
program. Nice. Okay. Anyway, let's talk hockey. Stop talking about ambassadors and all that crap.
Let's get back to Off the Post.
All right.
So, a couple of things. We already went over the logo, but this was kind of fun. EA Sports.
EA Sports. It's in the game. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was pretty good. It's like a voiceover artist.
Well, yeah.
So they leaked, quote unquote.
Did they leak it or did they just post it?
It says it was leaked.
First video and images leak of the Utah Hockey Club in EA's NHL 25. It was just a teaser video. I don't know if it's a leak.
Okay. Well, anyways, looked pretty cool. And obviously it's the inaugural season jerseys.
The legit one, the diagonal
which,
Utah,
by the way,
blue, white, and black.
Come to find out, I think last episode we were like, oh yeah, NHL said they're going to be available mid-September. And then I read the article again, and it was right there. In the next paragraph, it said, except for Utah Hockey Club's jerseys, just because of the change and everything, they weren't able to get it in time.
So it was misinformation we gave.
So actual official sweaters, not till projected early 2025.
Boo.
Which they said sometime into the season the name would be unveiled.
Can't wait. What do you think it's going to be?
Maybe Fanatics already knows the name, and that's really why they're waiting to early 2025.
Well, no, hold on. Didn't you see on NHL or on Fanatics?
We got to drop this picture showing right now.
That picture, what do you see? You see claw marks. Then I started thinking, okay, out of the names that were there, let's think about it. The Venom, the Yetis, the Mammoths, the Blizzard,
Outlaws,
and the Outlaws.
Yeah.
Those were the 5.
Yeah, in Utah Hockey
Well,
Club.
but we already got that one.
Yeah.
Do any of them have claws? Does a Yeti have claws? That's
Probably.
the only thing in all of that
Mammoths
that
don't have
has
claws.
But why would they put that on there? It's literally three claw marks with the Utah logo.
I actually thought of the Raptors because it looks like Jurassic Park.
Yes, but Jurassic Park. No, it's
Jurassic Park 3
Raptors not
is
in
literally
there.
what
It is too bad Raptors isn't one of the
I
names.
know,
But
anyways,
what
but
do you think it's going to be?
I mean, we've gone.
Do they know?
I
Is it a Yeti?
I
Do they
feel-
have claws? Answer me, Dick.
I feel like you've been probably right all along. They've known from the
They've
beginning.
known that it was Yetis from the
They
start. and
already
this is
had the
all just
research that it was the most popular. And
This is a Wizard of Oz dude. He's just behind the curtain, some fat guy. It's not, Click your heels 3 times, right? Come on. It's the Yetis. It's been the Yetis. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's just get used to it. So
We don't know.
Utah Yetis are coming early 2025, and
that's not official, but that's
going to be the big surprise of like, hey, the jerseys are actually available because it's the Utah Yetis, and they've known all along.
Hey, there was this. There was a guy that made some artwork recently on one of the fan pages. He put a Yeti with the state of Utah behind it, and he actually made a jersey. Like he bought it, sent it, took pictures, and he tagged
us saying, "Hey, buy it."
Hey, buy it, guys. Present this, and you know what? Maybe I will. I don't know, dude. But
yeah, but then it won't mean anything if it
won't
really
mean
isn't
anything.
the Yetis.
If
and
it's
you're
not the
like,
Yetis,
"Oh, crap."
it would be the worst decision of my life. So you know what I am going to buy? I'm going to buy a Mid-Ice Crisis Ducks jersey. That's actually because we are.
Yeah.
But let's go back to EA Sports.
Okay.
What they did, because the ad, first off, whoever made the ad, they had to have been from Utah. I'll tell you why. Because in the game, EA Sports, it's in the game. In the game, in the jungle, you must wait till the dice read 5 or 8. Jumanji. Boy, my mind is
we
all
are distracted
over
tonight, guys.
Jeez, okay. Let me take a drink of liquid death.
Anyways, you know who they sported? Keller.
Yeah, but guess what? Guess what was on his jersey?
The Utah Hockey Club jersey.
And an A.
That's because he's not captain yet.
Dude, don't even. Lawson Krause, congratulations on being captain.
Okay.
Hey, someone else made a comment about that, by the way.
Talking about from last episode, this was the Frozen Frenzy.
No, Faceoff Frenzy. Get it right or pay the price, Stagnabbit.
Sorry. Faceoff Frenzy.
And terrible tonight.
We are. But I won. Just got to point that out.
No.
Everyone's comment was in agreement with Keller being the captain. One person so far in comments.
One person.
It was a valid argument.
Thank goodness for you, because you articulated what I didn't do very well in the episode, which was Lawson Krause has been to the groundbreaking. He's been to all the events, and guess who hasn't shown his face yet? Keller.
Listen.
Lawson is the dad of the family.
I get that, and that was a valid argument. But can you imagine being uprooted and having a summer to figure out how to get to Utah?
Lawson did it. I can't imagine.
Has he officially?
Yeah, I saw moving trucks.
You know where he lives?
Yeah, well, no, okay. I don't know where you live, Lawson, but I saw your post. You just follow people on social, dude. It's the official way to stalk these days. But he moved, and there was even a picture of him walking his dog looking at a Harmon's in Salt Lake.
Oh,
so
Harmon's.
He's around.
He would be around.
Well, I don't know if
Harmons.
it's Salt Lake, but it is a Harmons on a street.
That would be an Orem, potentially.
No.
There's only a
Why
couple
would he live
Harmons.
why would he? No, the Harmons that I saw looked very bougie. It was like
All Harmons are bougie.
I know, but it was like in a complex. I'm pretty sure it's downtown Salt Lake.
okay.
If I remember correctly, there is a Harmons that is kind of like
I mean, that would make sense.
built into the buildings, like
Yeah.
built into the
Yeah.
big building. So my guess is he's downtown somewhere. So you might just see Lawson just chilling at a Harmons one day, walking his dog. And you know what? My captain. It's Lawson. I can't wait till he's named captain and just slam it all in your faces. We'll see.
He might
Can we
be.
get back to the game? EA Sports.
Okay. So, what is it in the?
In the ad,
Yeah, the
it
ad.
says this: hockey is Utah's game. How did that get into the ad? Out of all the teams, we get a shout out like that in
Well, I mean,
video by EA Sports.
Yeah, I mean, but we're the newest team, so they're trying to put a highlight to it.
Oh, 100%. You think about the exposure that this team has received over the last 90 days. Unreal.
You know what's crazy?
What?
Is that I was at public skate time the first time with
Tripping
Renly.
over the little ice balls.
No. Public skate. This is the first time I ever took Renly on the
Oh,
ice.
I see.
And there was a person there who was a big hockey fan, and he saw the UTalk. I was wearing my shirt, and he's like, "Is that like a podcast?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's for the new NHL team coming to Utah and all things Utah hockey." And he's like, "There's an NHL team coming to Utah?" And I was like,
You're like,
"How are you?"
get out of here.
I was like, "Yeah,
there is."
He's like, "When did that happen?" I was like 4 months ago now. Whatever it's been, April. Anyways, so
Super
not
exciting.
everyone knows.
Right. But it is super cool that we got that shout out. Clayton Keller gets highlighted doing a nice little deke move.
Yep.
It looks good. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to buy it and buy it again so that I have both Utah Hockey Club and the new team coming up in 25. Because that's what
that
they
would be
do.
in 26.
No, when EA Sports makes the game,
Mm-hmm.
they put the previous information of the year before in the game. So NHL 25 holds 2024 rosters. So NHL 26 will hold 2025 roster and information, which will be the new logo.
Yeah.
Because 26 will come out in 25.
That would have been funny if EA Sports leaked a Yeti thing. Then it would have just affirmed, like, all right, we know it's Yetis. Everyone's leaking it by accident. Anyways.
Take a leak.
Yeah. So, anyways.
He's like, I don't know how to respond to that. What are you saying? Dude. Hey, we have fun on this show, do we not?
We do. We
And
love
look, I'm wearing the
You're-
I'm wearing the classic, the brown or the tan Utah hockey logo, even with the puck not cut out all the way.
Yeah, that was the
Jeez, man, look at that. This is a classic right here.
original.
I'm wearing the retro.
The original mistake.
It's by them, not us.
No, anyways, so last couple things, real quick. More so just, I thought this was funny. Someone posted and was just like, if you're a UHC fan and a Jazz fan, you might as well camp outside the Delta Center this winter.
I mean, you might as well.
The schedule between at the Delta Center from switching to ice to the court is insane. Like, people at Delta Center they need a raise. Like,
Yeah.
they're going to be flipping the arena like every 24 hours.
Every 24 hours. It's crazy.
It is insane. Anyways, that was just kind of funny. The last thing I want to bring up real quick before we move out of Puck of the Week is the Utah Hockey Club gave the rights for the establishment already. This is crazy quick for the Utah Sled Hockey Club to be established to use the same name and logo. And in September is the whatever they call it, the playoffs. The sled hockey playoffs being held in Park City.
Everybody is chirping about how slow SEG and this organization is. I think they're...
Well, they're not... It isn't SEG.
What I'm saying, though, is... I mean, the rights to all that, it just they got it figured out. They're going to take time on the things they need to take time on.
Interesting little fact here about sled hockey. Do you know when sled hockey first became a thing? Like how long it's been around?
I do not.
So obviously it's a Paralympic. Is that how you say it? The Paralympic sport. 1994. The U.S. won its first Paralympic medal in the sport, and it was a gold medal.
Amazing.
And
I can barely skate with my legs, so I can't imagine not having that and doing it at their level.
Yeah.
So kudos to you all who do that sport. Amazing.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I misread it. It was originally invented in Sweden in the 1960s, introduced at the Winter Games in 1994.
I see.
But U.S. Sorry, I didn't read that all the way. U.S. won its first.
This guy's always reading the wrong stuff, telling you guys the wrong
tonight.
things.
We've been off tonight, guys.
Boy, we've
been
all over.
Get this: it was in 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympic Games that the U.S. won its first gold medal in the sport.
2002.
That's kind of cool,
dude. Repeat 2034.
It's gonna happen.
Gosh. Man,
it will happen. I don't know about that.
The years are just flying off the calendar, aren't they?
It's crazy. Alrighty, so let's officially move on.
Hold on. We didn't even talk about how someone can win a signed puck by Sergachev.
That's what I meant. That's where...
Oh.
I forgot about that. We had so much to cover tonight. So, Utah Hockey Club is giving a signed puck giveaway. It ends this Friday at 5 p.m. Mountain.
The 23rd. So if you're listening a week later, sorry you missed it.
Yeah. By the time this gets posted, you got like 36 hours to do it. But all you got to do is just retweet, re-X.
You follow the club on X, formerly Twitter, at Utah Hockey Club. Retweet the post with the giveaway promotion, which is pictured in the Hockey News post. Check your X direct message on Friday to see if you won. I'll be honest, his signature looks like an intern signature that was asked to say, hey, sign this puck and let's put it out there. If I win, I better see some piece of paper that says this is actually him. Because I can just see him say, hey, go sign this with a silver Sharpie and let's just put it out there.
Just scribble a circle.
Go
we'll call
get
it
those
Sergachev's
ex-followers.
We'll call it his signature.
I have a marketing background, okay? That's what you do. You're like, let's just make it seem like...
You lie?
Well, you kind of just bend the truth.
Lie, yeah.
Hey, here's a puck signed by somebody.
Yeah.
Could be Sergachev. I don't know.
Maybe. Anyways, that wraps up Off the Post.
Man, Off the Post was off the hinge tonight.
Dude, it's like, is there caffeine in that?
Dude, there's 0 caffeine, 0 calories, 0 sugar. I don't understand.
Anyways, let's move into our next thing, Puck of the Week.
Let's go.
It's time to announce the Puck of the Week.
All right, so Puck of the Week.
Oh my gosh,
we
should just give up now.
We're taking it into the next segment. But the Puck of the Week is actually going to, which actually, I don't even have it. It's
Christ.
on the shelf over there.
We're so sorry. We have the puck, but it's on the shelf back there. So just know that we have it.
I'm not going to grab it. But Terry Cole-S2F, you are the nominee for the Puck of the Week this week, which I'll remind you in a second what that's for. But you said, so glad you guys are back. The off season is rough. Feeling the love, and we agree with you. The off season is always rough.
Amazing. And you know what that does.
Yeah, you are the first official nominee of the 35 some odd people that we are going to pick from at the end of the season to be sent to a Utah Hockey Club game.
With a friend.
with a friend.
It's 2 tickets, folks. So comment.
Share the love.
Show the love. We'll shout out.
It's
the
a 1 in
people.
35% or whatever that
That's
is.
the same odds as roulette, which actually doesn't actually.
I was like, that wasn't a fun comparison.
I hate roulette for that very reason. Okay, your odds aren't great, but they're there. Every once in a while, you'll hit.
But we gave away preseason ticket vouchers,
yeah.
and that was out of like 1,500.
You're right. So you have much better odds here.
Yeah.
Much better odds. So, Terry, you're
Keep
one.
sharing the love.
Yeah. Who knows? You can win again. You can
win again.
The more you comment, the more you
Not just
share
commenting,
the love.
the more you push the love.
Right,
So
right.
step it up, Terry.
Right? Terry, don't listen to him. We love you. We appreciate you.
Anyways.
So that's the puck of
That's
the
the
week.
puck of the week.
Congratulations to Terry. One of many coming in the
Yep.
throughout the next several episodes that will be happening. And we'll choose a winner towards the end of the hockey season. So you got to keep listening because who knows when we're actually going to announce it. But it will happen. So stay tuned.
Well, let's move into your favorite segment.
Chirpin' with Champ.
Chirpin' with Champ.
You know, I didn't want to take a lot of time tonight
Cool.
for Chirpin' with Champ.
Because we have
gotten
so much off
completely
topic.
derailed this thing. Man. Have you ever seen... Wait, what's the movie with Denzel Washington?
Here we go again.
No, there's that train movie, Denzel Washington, and
yeah, I know.
you know, we're gonna run this son of a down. Unstoppable.
Yeah.
See, right now we are unstoppable, and if you put it in that light, it's great.
Yeah.
We're unstoppable.
Okay.
We're gonna literally plow through all the stops. Okay, but Chirpin' with Champ, I have 2 specifically, and the first one comes from X. By a man named Jarvis _best. Jarvis, before I even read it, whatever, dude.
Maybe it was an AI that posted this.
Well, he has a blue check mark. Can an AI have a blue check mark? I don't know. But let's read what Jarvis had to say about this. I hate... There it is. It already sucks. I hate the Utah Hockey Club so much. Giant a-holes, all of them. Horrible fans. Terrible arena. Ruining the sport. Ruining the beautiful game. Everyone from Utah should be deported. And the state should be used for nuclear testing.
Jarvis, I feel like there is much more about Utah that you hate. And the hockey club was just the tipping point.
You know what I
Dude,
feel
what
like
broke the camel's back?
Dude, I actually feel bad for you, Jarvis. It sounds like you have some major pain going on, man. And I'm sorry for that.
Dude.
What a chirp, right? Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Why are we ruining the sport and the beautiful game that is hockey by having a hockey team in the NHL?
He must be a Coyotes fan from Arizona that just is heartbroken.
Or some people just want to watch the well burn.
Well, Jarvis, he or she...
it looks like a man from the 1700s.
Oh, his profile?
Yep. So really, if you're from the 1700s and you come to the future to bash on the Utah Hockey Club, and it's
hockey wasn't
entity
even a thing then.
Welcome to the future, Jarvis, where hockey is played in Utah. Boom,
boom,
chirped back. Okay, last one. I'm only doing 2. This other one comes from Fox on a Box.
Clever.
First of all, I love to find the people that have the most random handles because it goes to show where you're at with things. Fox on a Box. Here's what she or he, I guess this profile picture is a man and a woman, so I don't know.
Whichever one.
Says this. I don't even care if Utah flops from all the hype and expectations. It's been fun to go villain mode all offseason either way. The amount of rent-free space Utah has in fans' heads has been amazing. I just thought it was funny. More of a funny chirp. Going full villain mode. What does going full villain mode on somebody's sport team look like to you?
Like, he just likes being the villain. He or she likes being the villain.
It's
for the sake
the devil's
of being the
advocate. As soon as you see something positive,
it's like they don't really care, but
just
they
attack.
just love going and being controversial.
Yeah. So, Fox on a Box, why don't you take your villainly somewhere else? Because it's not welcome here in Utah. Villainy. Is it villainy? Villainly? Villainy.
I don't know.
I kind of was doing a Trump there for a second. Villainy. You know, I love to be the villain.
Don't
Okay. All right.
We don't go politics here.
Yeah, we don't do politics here. We only talk UTalk. Coin that. Okay, let's jump into Faceoff Frenzy because it's going to be a good one tonight.
It's going to be 2-0.
Oh, please.
Faceoff Frenzy.
Okay, Faceoff Frenzy. When I was thinking about what could we debate on tonight, we don't do politics, but this is definitely a debate.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Listeners, we want your input. Make a comment. Tell us who's right, who's wrong. We want to know what you think on this thought. The Utah Hockey Club is now in Utah. They used to be the Arizona Coyotes. They are a franchise that was in shambles thanks to Morello and crew. Maybe just Morello. Probably crew.
Well, no, the crew came to Utah,
okay.
so
Morello.
it was just Morello.
We have the crew. Thanks, crew. But
Thanks, Bill.
they make the move. DMBA. Yeah. GMBA. Excuse me. DMBA is an insurance company.
Also not sponsored.
Also not sponsored by the DMBA. Anyway, the question is, with all this happening, in the coming years, which team in the NHL, one team, will be the ultimate rival, the biggest rival for the Utah Hockey Club from our perception now of the team in the future? Because in its inaugural season, there most likely will not be a rival. But come year 2, I guarantee it, there will be a rival.
So here's the question before we even get in.
Sure,
Did the Arizona Coyotes have a rival that was like everyone was in agreement? This is like the rival.
From my perspective, everyone saw the Coyotes as a team that was lower level.
Couldn't compete.
They were a cut rate, half-baked organization. So a comment of who was their rival, I'm sure Arizona fans would call it out, but I think you ask any other organization, they would not say it's the Coyotes. Right? Right?
Yeah. And it doesn't matter because it's going to change.
It's going to change. So that's not the question. The real question is who's the rival
of Utah Hockey Club?
Of Utah Hockey Club, okay. The Yetis.
You go first.
Right? All right. Well, I went first last time. And I...
See, but I already have this pattern that if you go first, you lose. So.
Oh, okay. Well, let's break the pattern. You go first.
All right, fine.
He just lost. I love it. Just kidding. Come on, let's hear it.
So, first off, I'm going to just look at the Central Division teams. It doesn't have to be in the same division, but I feel like rivalries happen more often than not in their own division.
Yes and no. It depends, but yes, I agree. In most sports, divisions are where the biggest rivals happen, right? Because you play them the most out of anybody else.
So, real quick, that's the Colorado Avalanche, the St. Louis Blues, the Minnesota Wild, the Nashville Predators, the Winnipeg Jets, the Chicago Blackhawks, and the Dallas Stars. Now, I'm going to point out real quick how much I absolutely hate the Dallas Stars.
But why would you point that out if you're not going to pick them?
But I'm not going to pick them. Here's the reason. Because as a VGK fan, I hated the Dallas Stars.
So did I.
But I think from trying to win this debate, even though I hate Dallas, I think the rival is actually going to be the Avs.
Why?
And here's why. Is because some of the greatest rivalries have happened mostly due to proximity.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I know you can argue that VGK is actually closer.
By 2 hours.
By 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, than the Avs. But
If you drive.
VGK isn't in the division.
No.
But
they're in the conference.
Yes, and they are in the closest proximity. But I'm going with the Avs because both states are mountainous, the theme, and it's like, I don't know, kind of like the cool, on each side of the mountain exists the rivals, and the mountain is the barrier between us. So I'm going with the Avs, and the Avs are a really competitive team. They're really good.
7 playoff appearances in the last 10 years for the Avs, and they've won 1 championship in that 10-year period.
Yeah.
So great argument. And when I was thinking of the teams, you've mentioned
one more thing to add.
Fine.
The chances of it becoming the Utah Yetis seems pretty high. And I think that adds a component to be like, what did you originally say?
The redheaded stepchild of Avalanche.
Yeah. And so it would feel like that would naturally bore.
You know, as I say that, that's really derogatory to redheads, so I apologize. That's
Thanks,
not
man.
I know, we got Redbeard over here.
That's my pirate name.
No, Viking name.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Okay.
So that's my.
Jeez.
That's my
Jesus
choice.
Christ, what is going on?
That's my choice tonight. And what I really believe it would be moving forward, I think it's naturally going to fuel the fame. And I'm a little biased. I can't have the VGK. I would hate for the VGK to become the rival. I would hate for that because they still have a place in my heart. I've got to become loyal to the Utah Hockey Club as my team, but VGK was my team, and so I would hate to see that.
Okay. I agree with some of the points that you just made, but you're wrong. The Dallas Stars are the worst team in the NHL.
See, I hate them too, so I agree. I just don't think it will be Utah's greatest rival.
Here's why Dallas sucks and why it will be a rival. Anytime you play Dallas, they always seem to just be that little mosquito in your ear while you're sleeping. Right?
Go away, you
It's
pest.
that little mosquito. Or it's literally that when you're walking through a field of flowers, but you get one sticker in your foot.
It's the
Dallas Stars.
All right.
That star's going to be a freaking poke in my arse when we play the Utah Hockey Club.
That pierced my...
When they play the Utah Hockey Club, they always tend to find a way to piss you off. Dallas is going to be that team, not only because they're in the division, right? Mm-hmm. But because they win and they frequently also make it to the playoffs. So you add that element.
And that's why I hate them, because it was fair competition against VGK.
They always play well, and I hate to say that. And I know people who are Dallas fans. Adam.
I forgot. Adam. Welcome back to the show, man.
Welcome back to the show. You made it. Adam and Tony down in Texas.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Pruitt. Yeah. He has a podcast. So I Married an Idiot. That's his podcast. Go check it out. He's got it.
He's a cool guy.
But he's a great guy, but he's a Dallas Stars fan. But I wouldn't hold it against him because he's a nice guy. Now, Adam might hold it against you a little bit. But so my answer is Dallas, and I believe it's going to be Dallas because we will play them frequently. They're in the division. They always find a way to just get under your skin, right? Get under your skates and just be like, I hate this, right? So I think it's going to be Dallas. They've made the playoffs 6 out of the 10 years that they've played, and I don't know if they've won recently.
I would I would say it's a great argument just because I hate them so much. But I think as a fan base as a whole, I was fighting for the fan base trying to win this debate, not my own personal.
Right. Can I just drop one piece of third wheel here?
Third wheel party.
A third suggestion. And you've mentioned it already. Why VGK could be. Gosh. I'm going to tell you why. First off, Utah has a persona of churchgoers, right?
Oh, okay. That's not where I thought
What's
you were going.
the exact opposite of Utah? Sin City.
Okay.
6-hour drive proximity.
Yet a lot of people in Utah love going down to Vegas.
They do.
And there's a lot of Vegas fans in Utah.
Exactly. Which makes it so there's so much. I mean, how many people on the communities have we seen that say, I'm going to cheer for everybody? I mean, you and I, we followed the VGK.
Yeah.
I still do. I have a confession. I wore a VGK jersey tonight.
And
just
I said,
because.
What the heck? Take
and
that
I
off.
said, I know, I can't
You're
not
wearing a
wear it.
VGK
It's
hat
a Marshall
still.
Soldiers.
Dude, call them out.
Listen. I still like the Vegas Golden Knights.
Of course.
But you know my philosophy.
Yeah.
You cannot be loyal to two teams.
No.
So
Well,
I shouldn't be wearing this hat. I took the jersey off. I felt bad because I want to cheer on the Utah Hockey
take
Club.
off the hat. You got to be hatless.
I know, dude, but the hat is my MO.
It is your MO. All right. Here's the thing, though, about Vegas and why I don't think that would be the third wheel option. And it's because I believe there's a lot of Vegas fanship in Utah. And I feel like they're feeling the same vibes
That we are.
We can't, we have to root for Utah Hockey Club when they come to town.
Yes.
But other than that, I'm hoping the VGK kill it.
Yeah, you're right.
And
I don't wish any poor feelings upon it.
No.
But listen, if they beat Utah Hockey Club 3 times a year, I'll probably start getting pissed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, constantly just
losing to the team that I once
especially
loved.
because we are in the same conference. If they keep us from progressing to a title.
Now we're starting to talk about true loyalty. I can't wear this. I can't. It has to be the Utah Hockey Club, everybody. But I didn't even do my hair, so I got to keep it. On.
But here's the thing as well. That hasn't happened yet.
True.
But in reality, at the end of the day, when it comes down to a conference title to get to the Stanley Cup, and if it was VJK versus Utah Hockey Club, we're pushing Utah Hockey Club through.
100%.
So
to all you Utah hockey fans,
90% VGK can still happen. Just they can't make the title. They already had their Stanley Cup. Time to move on.
This actually is a great segue into the final segment, Dishing with Denz, because you are going to talk about and highlight that very thing.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's go.
Dishing with Denz.
Yeah.
Dishing with Denz.
Alrighty. Okay, so we are going to talk about clarity.
Clarity is king.
Expectations that we as Utah Hockey Club fans should have.
Yeah.
We all have. So I'm going to throw this one out there because it's not going to happen. But amazingly, this failing franchise who was in a rebuild, can't seem to get off the ground, all of a sudden relocates and all of a sudden becomes Stanley Cup championships in their inaugural season. Woot woot. It's not going to happen.
But I can only imagine.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
So keep your imagination there if you want to.
Right. More power to you.
But let's talk about some things that actually in KSL Sports did this article that we're going to be using. But what should fans expect this upcoming year? And we've kind of, in a couple previous episodes, we've kind of alluded to some things.
We have talked about it.
But we're going to kind of do a little bit of a deep dive. Not a terrible deep dive. But we're just going to dive into it. So, a couple things. As this offseason is winding down, again, we're 48 days out from puck drop. Few key points to remember. The rebuild is still happening in the sense that we have very young players. GMBA, in an interview, was talking about how you look at Stanley Cup champions and they don't have a young roster like us, right? We have brought in some good, strong defenders, good long-term players, but we have some future all-stars that still need development. Now, he even pointed out in that same interview to not expect making the playoffs.
Yeah, he mentions that 5 to 7 years have to happen before a rebuilding team is able to even qualify for the playoffs.
But here's an interesting fact. This is year 5 of the rebuild.
And guess where analysts are putting Utah Hockey Club before the season for an way too early power ranking? It's not dead last. It's around 22. That's pretty good.
So, is there a chance for a playoff appearance? I think so, but it's not a confident like, oh, heck yes, they're going to the playoff. Like, I think they will have more points than last year. Hands down, I believe they are 100% going to be a better team. Defense is shored up. I'm super excited to watch.
Marino, man, the defensive line alone boosted their clout way up. That's why even the way too early power rankings are giving them that thing.
Yeah. So with that, that's just kind of what I wanted to point out in addition with Denz is that rebuilds take time. The Jazz started their rebuild in 2022. We're still in this rebuild phase. However, we're well into the rebuild phase. Yeah. And that's why I believe there is a chance I believe we make it to the playoffs. And I think there's a couple things outside of analysts that maybe they aren't looking at because it might be woo-woo. The idea of like, but I believe the energy and the crowd and all of that is actually going to play a role into I'm a huge person of distilling belief and energy into making things happen. So while analysts say like, yeah, here's the analytics, here's how we're getting better, and we are getting better, I just feel like there's this excitement that's going to like bump that up. So that's why I believe that, yeah, I think we actually might hit the playoffs because I believe that energy, that very positive energy, not a failing franchise that you can't seem to find a place to play and all of that's been eliminated. And they have all of this momentum of the fan base and
support and backing.
And I just believe that will play a role.
Owner who cares and a smart GM and a coach that wants them to succeed. Players that they were missing were added. Yeah. Great picks. By the way, those picks, Tej and Cole, they most likely will not play on the NHL roster this year.
High chance that they will.
I might see Tej
in a game
getting to do his lap and take some single shots. Maybe.
Usually it's 1 to 2 years before that happens. Yeah, maybe we'll get surprised. Maybe he'll come out on the ice with a Yeti.
Oh,
Yeti jersey on. Anyways,
I don't know. It better be good.
So that's just obviously it's an opinion, but I'm not going to be distraught if the Utah Hockey Club doesn't make the playoffs. But I do believe we're on like the verge of maybe that being a possibility, and that's still a great opportunity to be a fan and to be part of this. And I do believe that we're Stanley Cup winners within the next 5 years.
That is what we predicted. If we look back at our first episodes, go take a listen. We made some bold predictions.
Yeah.
It'll be fun to go back into that time capsule of season 1 of the UTalk Hockey podcast to see what we said. Because we're confident. We got a good feeling about this.
Now, the last thing I want to point out is that we as in the sense that the team is going to experience and continue to experience some growing pains.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that changed to become a new relocated-ish franchise and all of those things. And it's been crazy what they've done. But there's also growing pains in the roster.
Yeah.
Because you have this senior level talent, a few hardcore awesome people now in place, but you still have an overwhelming amount of young talent. And that's actually where I believe that all of that young talent is going to, I feel like, arrive at the same moment in development that takes us to Stanley Cup champions.
I love that. Honestly, the best way for young guys to improve is to see the vets doing it.
Yeah.
Day in and day out.
It's going to take a few more years.
What made you the pro you are today? And I'm going to mimic that. You think about just business in general.
Yeah.
And being a professional. The only way you will get to the next level is if you let other people show you the way. Right? So, yeah, the chemistry, the connection, that all has to be worked out. But it's exciting to see new players, bigger names on the roster alongside these younger guns who we know are going to blossom in years 2 and 3 of them being on the team. Like Gunther and Doan. Obviously, Clayton Keller and Krause have been there for a long time. But then you have
like
these...
Cooley.
Yeah.
Like,
Cooley. Man, there's a lot of opportunity.
Yeah. Last thing before we close up shop. This is just for fun. Which will be which of the games, not just one singular, but of the games and the teams coming to town, which one do you believe are high-profile games, and what do you think ticket prices are going to be running on those high-profile games?
That's a good question. I mean, I think
I could do real live checks on ticket prices as we speak. So
I
pick
think
a game and I'll look it up.
Okay. Well, I do believe Avs will go high.
Why?
Because they're close. I think VGK will go high because they're close. I think
You get both side fan bases coming to town.
right. I
All
think
right.
those will be high. But then you have, the bigger names, the teams that have the big players, right? Panthers, Oilers.
Yeah, reigning champs.
Yeah. McDavid. Oh, I want to see McDavid play. He's the
Yeah.
LeBron of ice hockey. No, I don't like that.
And yeah, we won't go there.
I know a lot of people don't like McDavid, but he's a great hockey player. Man,
He is,
you watch some
and-
of his highlights, geez, it makes me want to go practice hockey.
All right, so here's some things. This one's just for fun because it's the inaugural season, game 1 home game,
All
right?
Yeah,
So-
Blackhawks.
Yeah, and this upper level, like lowest ticket pricing I'm seeing right here, $340 a ticket.
Lower level?
No, like
That-
worst seats in the house.
Oh, nosebleed, obstructed view.
Well, so none of that's obstructed view.
Okay.
They aren't selling obstructed view tickets.
But that's the first game.
That is the very first game.
Obviously, that's a high profile game.
Yeah.
Don't do that one.
Okay.
Do
Let's go to the Avs. The first time the Avs come to town,
Yeah.
October 24th, 7 p.m., we are looking at worst seats in the house, 132 is the lowest I'm seeing per ticket.
see, that's still pretty high to me.
Yeah.
I mean, when we went to a VGK game and it was against, who was it against? The Sabres. Those tickets, we were sitting lower bowl even.
I thought we were the very back.
Were we at the back?
Even then, they were still only $80.
Right. So, I mean, it was the Sabres, you know? So, I don't know. It is interesting. I think the teams with the bigger names, the players, right? The Penguins.
Yeah.
I mean, hockey fans getting to see Sid the Kid on the ice.
Yeah.
Against Utah hockey. That'll be an expensive game.
Let's check out the Edmonton Oilers real quick.
Dude, yeah.
They're coming to town on November 29th. It's a holiday. It's going to be 2 days right after Thanksgiving.
I was going to say, yeah, that's
actually that's Black Friday.
That's Black Friday. Come on.
We're going to that one.
Yeah, we're going to that one.
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, we're going to that one.
We are going to this one. Yeah, I mean, you see, that's double the price, $240.
Yeah. Cheapest.
Yeah.
Worst seat in the house.
I don't know about truly the worst seat. Here's the thing.
Just high up.
All the obstructed views, I believe they said, are starting at like $19, $20 a ticket.
Right.
For those worst seats in the house, and they truly are. Like, I think you only see like
half
2/3 of the ice at most, you know?
Yep.
Okay, these ones with $212 against the Oilers is the cheapest one I'm seeing. Anyways, just some things to point out. If you aren't a fan of those ticket prices, because you want to really go to a game and you just can't afford it, subscribe,
know what to do.
like, follow, share,
comment,
because
share the love.
We are giving away a couple dozen tickets.
It is literally the easiest thing to do.
Yeah, we're giving a bunch away this season. Obviously, we've already introduced the one to become the puck of the week. Share the love. Obviously, that one's towards the end of the season. So here's what would be interesting is, depending on how the first season goes, we're gonna get to the end of the season, and either you are gonna be really excited that you win those tickets, or you're gonna be like, meh.
Womp womp.
Hopefully, you still, even if the season wouldn't end up being that great, that you still want to go show up.
It's professional hockey, regardless.
Or you're going to win them and then turn around and sell them because they're worth $1,000 a piece.
I mean, that could happen too.
So, yeah, you know, and then anyways. That's it, though, for tonight.
What
Crazy
an episode.
episode.
Oh, my gosh. We were all over the place. Thanks for hanging in there. If you made it this far, kudos to you.
But hopefully you had fun. Again, give us a like, follow, subscribe, so you know when these shenanigans happen again. Thanks, and have an amazing night.
Toodaloo.
See ya.